Hello. Sorry. Hello. That's a terrible intro. But yeah, welcome to another project update. So I have been quite busy and with this project creating assets, textures, I guess. Yeah, I don't really create these textures. I have like a source for them and I kind of edit them in a way. But yeah, anyways, I have been working on some new, I guess you call them levels, but I've mostly been focusing on creating assets for the level, and then I think that in the following days I will actually start making the levels. All right, so the basic idea of what I've made is I've created a reusable room mesh that I can use for different interior levels, and well, the theme for this particular room is based on the buildings in this treetop village called Sayannor Village. And yeah, so my plan is to use the same interior mesh for each one of these buildings here. And but then for the actual like interiors, I can like move the furniture around. And yeah, so I created reusable table, chairs, uh, hammocks, which I guess are what these guys are going to use for beds, and I don't know, maybe this is a little bit too fancy for them because these are basically well, they're kind of on the same level as Ewoks from Star Wars, but yeah. So I have all this furniture, the interior room. I think it looks pretty cozy. I think it's the good plan, and I yeah. So I'm just gonna test out this scene and show you some other stuff that I made. All right. So I spawn in. For this level, I'm using a fixed camera position because a dynamic camera would be too unwieldy. I don't know. I'm not sure what the right word to use is. Maybe it's unwieldy or yeah. It would just be a bad idea to I think to have like a dynamic camera in this room. And I've already hooked this particular room up to a cutscene got triggered. Just ignore it. Yeah, these are the guys. These are the NPCs that like live in this area. But as I was saying, I've already hooked up the loading zones. So now this particular building should be linked to this interior, and yeah, it seems to be pretty seamless. Only issue I've noticed so far. Oh, it's played again. That's not supposed to happen. But yeah, only aside from this cutscene, the only issue is when I touch this loading zone. There's like a little moment where the player's like walking into the wall like that. I think for situations like that, it would be best to just pause the player movement and then like load the next area. Just ignore the cutscene. So the next thing you may or may not notice is on the right hand side of the screen there is a mini map. I've it's basically the same as some of the other mini maps that I've made. It's pretty much just the green represents where you can walk, dark green represents where you um oops, I did not mean to do that. Just skip it all. Oh, and it crashed. Not sure why. Probably a null reference. But yeah, that is mostly everything that I've been working on for the past week or so. I would say the assets are pretty much, at least the main assets are pretty much done. I might make a few more, but yeah, I think that I'm not sure what I'm gonna work on next. I'll figure that out next time, or I'll figure that out tomorrow. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.